Go, go, yay! There she goes. She's off and running.
I think my phone is ringing all of a sudden.
By now, you've probably heard of the Duggar family, Jim, Bob, Michelle, and their 19 biological children.
There's Jana, John David, Jill, Jessa, Ginger, Joseph.
They just began their 6th season of 19 Kids and Counting. Their hit reality show airs Monday nights on TLC at 10 p.m. It documents their daily life and has captured the birth of their 5 youngest children. Michelle gave me a tour of the 7,000 square foot home that they built themselves.
Next room is the pantry. This is where we have all the food.
Now this is stocked like an expert stocks a grocery store. Do the children do this?
Well, the children do now, but Dad's the one that taught them because he used to work at a grocery store.
For the record, the Duggars do 40 loads of laundry per week, spend $3,000 a month on groceries, and have lived completely debt-free for over 20 years. But there's no doubt that the first question most people ask them is, why have so many children?
We had our first child, Josh, 4 years into marriage, and then I went back on the pill, and then I ended up getting pregnant while I was on the pill, and I lost that baby. I had a miscarriage, and at that point was when we really began to evaluate what we were thinking, and with our own hands, with our own lack of knowledge, we had destroyed our own baby, and that was devastating. We got on our knees and we cried out to God and we said, Father, forgive us and give us a love for children like you love children. And when he says that children are a gift and a blessing and a reward, we have seen that lived out now for the last 23 years. It's been a lot of hard work, but much joy, much joy.
Jim Bob manages several commercial properties to provide for the family and never imagined he'd be a media sensation.
I never dreamed in a million years that all this would happen, but these are just window of time that God's opened up to minister to millions of people. And our prayer is that many people come to know the Lord and maybe to start a relationship with Christ and start making right choices with their life.
This large household runs like a well-oiled machine, with each member pitching in.
I have to go to all the bathrooms and get the laundry. They don't have a bucket, but my mom and dad do.
You'd think Michelle has her hands full between making grocery lists, feeding, and driving kids to and from appointments. But they're not just her children, they're also her students. That's right, Michelle even homeschools.
Why do you think the country and the world is just so fascinated by your family?
It could be a number of things. I really think maybe just the sheer curiosity of how a family with 19 children functions, but I also believe that there is a vacuum in America and even in each individual's life of where they want to know the answers to life's questions. It's that vacuum where only really God's Spirit can fill. And so when people connect with that aspect of our lives, I think that is what makes the difference.
Michelle developed complications in her last pregnancy, and little Josie arrived 3 months earlier than expected. Since the NICU experience was still fresh in Michelle's mind, I asked her if she's open to having more babies in the near future.
I'm 44, and if that would happen, we would be thrilled, but it'll just be a matter of waiting to see what the Lord has in store for us.
Their lives may seem reminiscent of the Waltons, but life's not always easy, and the Duggars do have their share of critics.
There's people that don't like us because of the size family that we have, but we've had many emails from people who have said, like this one lady the other day said, I was getting ready to have an abortion, and I turned on the TV, and I saw your show, and I thought, if these people can do it with 17 children, I can do it with one, and decided not to have an abortion. And I'm so thankful for testimonies like that because it keeps us going. There's so many encouraging emails of people that have came to know the Lord, or maybe families that have started taking their family to church and getting involved and giving their life to the Lord, and that's what it's all about.